I'm pretty sure you are tired of having to use the same weapons over and over and over again. Yeah, I knew you would say that, pretty sure. In today's video, I will show you a mod that adds a bunch of weapons, but I'm gonna show you the 5 new weapons that the mod was added. So, if you enjoy and want to see more of this, drop your like and subscribe, and especially that subscribe. And without more delays, let's jump into the video. So I'm gonna start this video big and start with the first weapon and the one that I think it's the coolest. So it's called Body of the Devoted. And this weapon was made out of bones, and a lot of people would sacrifice their own bodies to create this weapon, so they kind of would feel like they are immortal, you know, because they are living on a weapon. But overall the weapon is very powerful. So that's a pretty cool background story. I love the background story, and if you kind of take a look at the visuals of the weapon, it's pretty cool because the handle, it's a massive bone that really feels like it's made of a handle, if I kind of make sense here. And a yikes, right? But then you have like a huge wood coming out of the handle, and that's where all the bones are attached. So I kind of like to see that wood pole there. It gives a little bit of contrast with everything that's going around on the weapon, so that's also a pretty cool thing, right? It's just not bones. Then the overall idea of the weapon is you have like these huge blades of bone, they're attached like with some ribs, so I think that's a pretty cool idea for a weapon made of bones. So that's pretty incredible. I do enjoy to see the way this looks, and this is also a two-handed weapon. I'm gonna give you some stats so you kind of understand what the weapon is made of. A slash damage of 112, a spirit damage of 41, use stamina 20, and a block power of 50, parry bonus of 3.5 times, knockback 30. I'm kind of just giving you the overall status because this mod is created to make two-handed weapons more viable, so that it means you kind of can't parry with the two-handed weapons, if that makes sense, which is a pretty cool thing. This weapon, it's my favorite, and there's a couple more surprises along the way the video, but this one, it's gonna stay my favorite for sure. The second weapon that the mod added, it's a black metal great sword with a foreign design. And I'm gonna give you a couple of stats again so you kind of just don't lose yourself here. So you have a slash damage of 130 and a block force of 5, block armor of 10, and a parry bonus of 3.5 times. So again, you can always parry with these two-handed weapons, and you know, this is a cool weapon, I think, but you know, the other one was much better. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time on this one. I'm gonna jump into the 3 new additions. I am pretty sure you're one of those guys that always wanted to have a boxing match on Valheim, right? Yeah, I would figure. But anyway, you have the buck and doe, which is a leather knuckle wrap with some eight-tier antlers. It's pretty cool. I kind of like to see the different idea here. And yeah, the overall way this kind of looks, it's pretty cool. It's like a leather knuckle, like the title kind of says it. And then you have kind of the antlers there. And I'm guessing the antlers, it's what's gonna hurt on the glove, because the leather, you know, it's just your fists. You have a blunt damage of 25, a pierce damage of 5, a use stamina of 5, and a block armor of 5. Block force is 0, and a backstab of 4 times. Actually, the backstab doesn't matter, so you kind of have this very early on in the game, so it makes sense that you can defeat the boss and access straight away on this weapon. But in the early stages, I think this is very useful, I'm not gonna lie. Now we have the bronze knuckles, and it's pretty much the same thing as you saw on the last bit. The only difference on these bronze knuckles is that they do more damage because they are made out of bronze, so that would make sense, right? That's the main difference from the other gloves. It's just an increase on damage pretty much, but the way this visually looks, it's pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie to you. It's made out of bronze. You can straight away tell that. You have a huge square on top of your hand, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And then on your fingers you have a little bit more of bronze metal, so that means every time you're hitting with this thing on your hand, it's gonna do damage, because you know, that's a metal on your hand. If you want to go unboxing, dude, this is the weapon for you, or one of the weapons for you for sure. Nah, I'm just kidding. We have the iron knuckles. Of course we would have the iron knuckles. It's pretty much the same thing as you see on the last bit. I think I'm kind of repeating here myself. I don't think I should be doing this, but you know, for the sake of my retention, but it is what it is. And the main difference again, it's a damage, blunt damage of 55, so you have an increased damage, and the overall way it looks, it's exactly the same thing as you saw on the last pit, but it's made out of iron, so that means the texture is kind of like gray because iron is gray. The mod also has more weapons like you can see on the screen right now, and if you are curious and you want to check out this mod, I already have a video on that, so the video is gotta be here. Click there and watch it and subscribe as well.